Welcome to Glorious Botafogo, your number one source of Botafogo news in English. And oh my goodness, Botafogo beat Santos at the Vila Belmiro, which is something that hasn't happened in a little while. And it was the first goal scored away from home and the first victory scored away from home. And the goal came by Artur. Artur kind of crossed it or took a shot, and the ball just kind of rolled in and went, and nobody cleared it. No other Botafogo player got a foot in it, and the ball just kind of rolled into the back of the goal and gave Botafogo a very important 3 points away from home. Botafogo will now play again on Wednesday against Ceará at home, and I believe it's the only match of the Brasileirão that day that will make sure that Botafogo will catch up in matches again with the rest of the other Brazilian clubs, and hopefully it will be more or less we'll know what our position in the Brasileirão will be before the start of the World Cup of Clubs. The match wasn't exactly a great display from Botafogo. Santos kind of gave Botafogo the ball and said, "Here, you play, you come and attack us at our home," which is very unusual for a home team to give you the ball. You basically, when you're the home team, you try to attack, you try to impose your home crowd and all of that. But that wasn't the case for Botafogo. I mean, for Santos, gave Botafogo the ball and with not a lot of creativity up front because we did not have Igor Jesus, we did not have Cuiabano. Savarino wasn't really in a great day. Juan Cruz is not a player worthy of the Botafogo shirt. No disrespect to Juan Cruz. I'm sure he tries his hardest, but his hardest is not good enough. He needs to leave. He needs to go somewhere else, which is frustrating because Botafogo paid quite a lump sum of money to sign Juan Cruz, which I will never understand. But anyways, so then in the first half, Neymar got a yellow card for a foul on Jair. And then in the second half, Neymar forgot that he was playing football and he thought he was playing volleyball. And he tried to spike the ball into the goal and scored. Obviously, the goal was called back. It was confirmed that he deliberately tried to use his hand to score the goal. He got a second yellow card and he got sent off. And that's because during the match, Botafogo supporters were taunting Neymar, and Neymar was kind of doing the whole "I can't hear you" sort of thing. And Neymar said, "I'm gonna score a goal, and I'm gonna go over there." Well, the only one that went over there was Artur celebrating the goal that gave Botafogo the 3 points. Earlier today, the news came out that another Botafogo player has its last days counted here at the club, which is Jair, is also signing with Nottingham Forest. It is the case with Igor Jesus, and now is the case with Jair, and most likely will be that case for Cuiabano. I posted a video 20 hours ago speaking of exactly this, how there's 5 Botafogo players that are very close to leaving, 4 more than one, which were Cuiabano and Igor Jesus. And today we got the news that basically all three, Igor Jesus, Cuiabano, and Jair, are transferring to Forest. And then Gregory, we know that Al Rayyan is willing to pay the release clause after the World Cup of Clubs, and that is most likely happening. And Savarino is also a player that may have its last days numbered at the Newton Santos at Botafogo, and may as well play their last match for the club at home at the Newton Santos, because after then Botafogo will come to the United States. Yes, come, because I'm in the United States. Botafogo will come to the United States to play the World Cup of Clubs against Seattle Sounders, PSG, and Atletico Madrid, which will be tough matches for the club. Earlier today, I participated in 2 different channels from Forest. One of them is called Forest Focus. I recorded a video and sent it to them, talking about Igor Jesus, Jair, and Cuiabano. It was about 11 minutes long. And then after that, and then I also participated in a live stream of Forest Fan TV. And that was a stream that was about 5 hours long. I had a lot of fun talking to Forrest, and I also had on Felipe Alves, which is a journalist in Brazil that talks about Botafogo in general. And he was there. I was translating between Felipe and then back to um, the guys there at Forest Fan TV. I really, 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 really appreciate the time. It was about an hour long. So if you want to go to Forest Fan TV and you go under live streams, that will be there. A podcast that was about an hour long, and I think we're going to do it again sometime this upcoming week or maybe next weekend, to really talk about it. If it does indeed happen, the signings get finalized, which I am 99% sure they will, especially Jair and Igor Jesus. But then again, I also expect Cuiabano to be in that package, which Forest are kind of known for doing. They came over to Brazil, but got 2 players from Palmeiras, got 2 players from Corinthians, and they're getting 3 players from Botafogo. And I hope they stop there. Please, please stop there. Stop purchasing players on my club. I think the opportunity to play a Premier League is very enticing, especially for a team that's going to be playing competitions and a team that really showed their worth in this last Premier League. They almost made it to the Champions League, and I was rooting for Forest to make the Champions League, and it's a real shame that didn't happen. But hey, they're still going to be playing European football. And that is always a good thing. Just like in South America, if you're playing the Libertadores or if you're playing the Sudamericana, it does preferably want to play the Libertadores or the Champions League. But if you are in an international competition, that's better than playing none. That means your team gets more money to purchase better players, and hopefully you do a better season. A little bit of, and here, just a little bit of some drama news here. If you got in here so far, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. It's very important. It supports the work that I do here. I do have a World Cup of Clubs special coming up, talking about Botafogo and what to expect of the Brazilian club, Botafogo, in this competition. So if that's something that you are interested in and following, we in Brazil, we are rating this competition very highly because it gives us a chance to play these European clubs that we normally would not play, which is something that hasn't happened really since the heydays, like the 40s, the 50s, the 60s. And it gives Botafogo and other Brazilian clubs to play in these tournaments and try to compete head to head versus big European clubs. And I think these type of competitions should happen more often. Obviously, having to look at a calendar and playing an amount of games that is doable for these players because they do play a lot of matches, especially in Brazil. But anyways, it's great to see. But a little bit of drama news, which is very petty stuff. But Neymar's sister, Rafaela, is apparently a Botafogo supporter. She's been to the Botafogo store. She's been on the Botafogo live stream. She's always talking about, our club this, Botafogo that. She celebrated the championships we won last year and all of that. Anyways, because Neymar got taunted at the game, she posted something about personality and basically said like, oh, don't worry about the Fogo, your time will come. And then she unfollowed the club and deleted all of the pictures that she had with the Botafogo jersey. Like the club is responsible for her brother being taunted at a game where he is the opponent. I mean, come on, grow up. But it goes to say that we should not be giving voices to these people that look to be a supporter when the times are good, or that look to be a supporter just to get a little bit of 15 seconds of fame. Forget them. So let the real supporters be the face of the club. Not only supporters are looking for more of a media day. So that's my rant. I will see you guys hopefully Wednesday after the match. I'm not sure what time it's going to be at. But I will be actually be busy on Wednesday. But if a video doesn't come on Wednesday, it doesn't come on Thursday, it will come by the weekend, and hopefully with incoming transfers rather than outgoing transfers.